We just put out our biggest update for QuoteIQ ever, and in this video I want to walk you guys through all the new features, all the new screens, and everything you need to know to take full advantage of this new update. Now, if any point in the video you guys are like, wow, this software is really cool, I want to try it out for myself, you can do so with the first link in the comment section and the description. You can try any tier for free right now at myquoteIQ.com. Also, at the second link in the comment section description, you can schedule a Zoom call with us, so that way we can go through the software with you, all the different screens, and make sure that it's going to be a good fit for your business. So if you want to schedule a demo, be sure to do that down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Now, the first thing I want to take a look at is our subscription page here, because we've recently completely redone it. So you guys have a lot more transparency on every single thing that's within every single one of our tiers, and anything that is confusing, like for example, price book, all you'd have to do is hover over the question mark and it's going to give you a brief description of what that specific feature is. So now you have a lot more transparency on each feature and each different plan, so you guys can make a better decision with regards to which one to subscribe to. Another thing we did was we add compare plan within here as well. So if you want to compare two different plans to one another, you can then scroll through and see what each plan has. And like I said, if you're not sure what something is, you can always hover over the question mark and it's going to tell you exactly what that is. Now, we led off here with our AI features because we now have AI features in every single subscription tier within QuoteIQ. So basically, each AI tier is given a different amount of credits, which I'll show you guys how the credits work and where those are located. But all the different AI tools that we now have are, first and foremost, Autopilot. This is probably the biggest addition that we've added to QuoteIQ within this update. Autopilot allows you to run the entire app specifically from this AI chat right here. So it's basically ChatGPT for your entire business, but it has context on everything. So you're able to create estimates, invoices, add contacts, basically do anything that you can do in the app by prompting AI to do it for you. So we're super excited about that. I'm going to show you guys some examples of that here in just a second. So Autopilot is the first thing. You guys with the AI credits will also have access to our virtual call team. This is our inbound and outbound AI that answers calls 24/7. It can answer calls into your business, screen them, give you all the summaries on who's calling and why they're calling. It can also call out to customers with holiday deals and things of that nature. So virtual call team is an awesome feature that you guys can take advantage of now on any tier of QuoteIQ. The next one I'll talk about is before and after pick generator. So you can now generate before and afters for jobs that you haven't even done yet using this tool. So if you want to use it for marketing materials, if you want to use it to sell jobs, you can now take a before and after picture at a customer's property and send it over with the estimate, so that way they can get a visual on what it's going to look like once the job is done. So that's an awesome tool that I highly recommend you guys taking advantage of. The next one is our estimate generator. So for anybody who's new to a specific industry, you can now come into our tools section, click on our AI estimate generator. You feed in a description, some photos. It's going to ask you a couple questions, and then it's going to prepare an entire estimate for you. Everything from service titles, service descriptions, prices for each service, as well as a bunch of different add-ons that you can add to the estimate. And you're basically one click away from adding things to the estimate, changing the price, and send it over to the customer, so that way you can get started with your work. So if you're somebody new to, a service industry, or if you have people that are going to be quoting jobs, that's a great tool for them to use. And now every single tier is able to utilize it. The last one is Autocomplete. So for anybody who sends text to customers or, puts in service descriptions or emails, you can now have AI reword those for you. Make sure that those are the most professional and they get across the points that you want them to get across. So those are all of our AI features. We're very AI forward with regards to the CRM. We want to make sure that we keep you guys at the cutting edge of all the technology that's available to save you time and to optimize everything within your business. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this first because this is one of the biggest things. Let's go ahead and jump into AI Autopilot. I want to show you guys some of the things that this can do. Like I said, it can do everything that you can do in the app. So you can ask it to do anything from creating estimates, creating customers, invoices. You can also get it to summarize data for you. So if you said, hey, take a look at my dashboard and tell me, where are my inefficiencies? Where can I be better? It then can give your business a health score. It can tell you, hey, you need to do these things to improve this, that, or the other. And it can also follow up with customers for you. It can send estimates to customers. It can do everything that you can do within the app right from within here. So I'm going to go ahead and prompt it with something. Create an estimate for Albert Einstein for a house wash, $200, and a driveway cleaning, $150. We're going to take it easy on Albert Einstein. He's no longer with us, obviously, so we're going to take good care of him. this in this life and in the next. So anyway, this is going to create an estimate for us. Like I said, you can do a number of different things. This is just how we're going to lead this one off. So customer Albert Einstein, obviously you guys were leaking Albert's address here, but we have his address, we have his service items, house wash, driveway cleaning. It's then going to give us a summary of what the total is with our tax percentage that we add to all of our estimates, and then we can go ahead and get AI to actually create this for us. Once it's created, I'm going to show you guys where it's at. It's then going to prompt us to either email him at his email address here or send him a text message, which then we could go ahead and prompt the AI to go ahead and send that out. And if you need to, clarify, make sure that it was created, you can easily do that right within here. So the AI Autopilot can pretty much do anything that you need to, creating estimates like we just did, and then sending them off. If you click this globe down here, it's actually going to give you access to the internet. So we can say, well, what's the weather for tomorrow in Baton Rouge, Louisiana? Let's say that we can't work specifically on a rainy day. We can now use the internet to tell us what the weather's going to look like. If the weather looks clear, then we'll go ahead and get Albert Einstein on the schedule here. So here's the weather forecast for Baton Rouge. Awesome. Now we know what the high, the low is, if it's going to rain, no rain expected. Let's schedule Albert for Sunday at 9 a.m. and make the job end at 1 p.m. And then it's going to go ahead and put them on the schedule. So the beautiful thing is if you ever need to access the internet, you can use this just like ChatGPT. You just want to make sure that you click the globe icon. And if you ever want to access specifically QuoteIQ, you just unclick the globe icon, and then it's going to be able to access all of your data within QuoteIQ. So as you guys can see here, create job, and then we're going to go ahead and click schedule here. It's then going to schedule Albert Einstein for this date at 9 a.m. We're going to click into our calendar here. We'll just go ahead and confirm it. If we click into Sunday the 8th here, as you guys can see, from 9 to 1 p.m., we have Albert Einstein scheduled on our calendar. So if we wanted to, I could then prompt it to send out a confirmation, send an appointment confirmation to Albert Einstein, which I'll just go ahead and show you. So the cool thing is I'm just checking it to show you guys that it's working properly, but you don't even have to check it. You can just, like I showed you, create the estimate, schedule the job, send him an appointment confirmation. Send him an appointment confirmation once it's scheduled on the calendar, and then it's just going to prompt us to what the text is going to look like, and if we want to go ahead and send it over. Hi, Albert. This is Pressure Washing Pros confirming that your appointment for Sunday. We look forward to seeing you. And then we can go ahead and send that off to him. I'm not going to send it off to him because obviously it's a fake number. This is just the tip of the iceberg with regards to the capabilities for AI Autopilot. I'm super excited about it. You're going to be able to run your entire business specifically from this screen right here. Now, all of our AI features, like I said, they all work on a credit system. If you look right here, this is where you're going to see your balance. Every single AI feature will show you your balance. You can upgrade your plan to get more monthly allocation in terms of credits, or you can purchase credits outright if you'd like to. But I'll just go ahead and show you guys AI estimates, your credits right there. Basically any place within the app. If we click into forms and we go into our before and afters, they're going to be right on that screen as well. So anywhere you go, you're going to be able to know exactly how many credits you have. So that was AI Autopilot. I can't wait for you guys to test it out and let me know how you like it. I think it's going to be an absolute game changer. If I wasn't recording this video, I would click into here, I'd click the microphone, and I'd be able to just speak directly into it. It's my favorite way of doing it. I talk right directly into the software, and it's able to do everything for me. I'm not having to go through different screens and type in different information. It does everything, right from this screen right here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the next thing. Just a small thing that we did. We actually tweaked the way that this navigation bar looks on our dashboard. So we removed notifications. We just kind of cleaned up these buttons at the top, and we've added in new buttons to the right side here. Okay, sorry guys, I just noticed that my screen was a little stretched when I was recording this section of the video. So I'm going to show you guys basically what these new toggles at the top right do. I'm going to re-record it. So the first one is a shortcut to AI. Obviously you can click in here, jump right back into that AI. Second one is a settings menu where you can actually switch between light and dark mode here. So that's super cool. You can also jump into any of our, company profiles, account settings, notifications, as well as you can jump into all settings page here, which we've added in pretty recently with a bunch of search bars and things like that to help you kind of navigate all the new settings that we have here. And you can also sign out from that specific point on the screen. The last thing is obviously we have notifications. If you need it, it's right there. These are all the new these are all the new icons in the top of the navigation bar. Next, I want to jump into the company profile. We actually redesigned this to make this look a little bit better for you guys. So all the same information is here except for one new thing that I'm going to show you guys. It just looks a little bit better. I like the formatting of it. And you guys will see throughout this video, we've actually updated a ton of different things, a ton of different screens within QuoteIQ. We want to make sure that everything looks the best that it can. So if you guys have any feedback for me on what we can make look better, please let me know down in the comment section below. But we also added in the license number to company profile. This is one of the things that a lot of contractors were telling us that they needed within their business, was a way to include a license number on every single estimate, invoice, and form that was sent out from their company. So now you can add in your license number to your company profile, and it's then going to attach onto every single outgoing piece of information that you have from QuoteIQ. So license number is something new, as well as just editing this company profile screen as well. It's going to look a little bit different. Let's go ahead and get into the next thing. The next one is going to be our dashboard dropdowns. So a lot of people had mentioned to us they wanted more ways to basically organize and categorize all of their dashboard dropdowns. So we've added that in for you guys. We now have this year, last year. We have the years that you can select from as well. We have last 30 days, last 90 days. We have lifetime, and then you can even do a custom range. So there's literally no other way that you can customize these dropdowns that we haven't added in here. We've added every single way for you guys to be able to customize the dropdowns to get the information from your dashboard that you need. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys is 2 tweaks that we made with regards to scheduling. The first one is if you come into your estimate screen here, you click the schedule button, you're now going to have an overview of what your calendar looks like. So previously, you were just given this screen to the left here. You really had no idea what was on the schedule and where you kind of needed to book your slots at. But now we give you an overview on what your schedule looks like. This is specifically on the web version. We can't fit this into the mobile version. And if you guys are curious, the web version is at myquoteiq.com. Every subscription obviously gets access to the web version. Probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, but now we have a preview screen here of basically what your calendar looks like, so you can figure out what slots or what time slot or what day you want to actually put this customer on. And it's even going to show you, if you have multiple employees, what those specific employees calendar looks like in terms of that day. So just a little added thing that we added in to the schedule menu there. The next schedule tweak that I'm going to show you guys is actually within an estimate. So I'm going to click in here. We're going to go ahead and jump directly into this estimate. As you guys know, if you've looked at our estimates before, every single estimate is going to require a customer signature, which is time and date stamped to the PDF. We're then going to accept this right here, and then it's going to prompt us to schedule the job now if we'd like to. So this is the customer's perspective. Once the customer signed, they could then have the ability to schedule. We've completely redesigned the screen. We took some inspiration from one of the largest schedulers in the world, which is Calendly, and we basically have our schedule details here. You have your, obviously your company right at the top left. You have your calendar here, and then basically this is going to reflect our calendar availability. So you guys are seeing that we don't have any ability to schedule both on Friday, Saturday. On Monday, however, you guys can see that time availability pop in because obviously we have some slots available on that specific day. So if you guys aren't currently using InstaQuote, I highly recommend it. It just allows for your customer to request a time to be put on the schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and request here that we're put on the schedule for February 9th at 9 a.m. And then I'm going to show you exactly where that's at within the calendar screen here. So if we come into our inbox here, we then can look at our schedule requests, and then you guys will see self-schedule right here, request for 2/9, 9 a.m., 9 till 11. So this is basically how that operates. If you guys aren't currently using InstaSchedule, like I said, it's something that I highly recommend everybody take advantage of, because it's just an easy way to eliminate the friction of going back and forth with customers on dates. They can see exactly what days you have available and schedule accordingly. Now the next tool I want to show you guys feeds into that customer self-schedule that I just showed you. So if we click into the settings, we're going to click into all settings, and then I want to show you guys our new route density. So for that customer self-scheduling, let's say that you're somebody who does a lot of jobs throughout the week. If you have a lot of pre-scheduled jobs, the last thing you want is for somebody to request a spot on your schedule where maybe you're not working within that part of town on that day. So route density solves this for your business. Basically, you set up your routes. So we have Boynton Beach here, schedules on Tuesday, Saturday. We have Boca Raton on Monday, Tuesday. We have West Point on Sunday, Thursday. And then we have outside of this zone where people can schedule Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So basically, if a customer is self-scheduling and they fall within these zones, they're only going to be able to schedule on the days that we allot those specific zones be able to schedule. And this is just going to make sure that no one who lives in Boca Raton, for example, is going to be scheduling or asking to schedule on a date where your company is in West Palm Beach. So this is just so that way everything stays a bit more organized and you're only showing customers, the places that you're servicing on those specific days. So route density is a great way to go. It's a great pair up with our InstaSchedule. We will be bringing in route density into the calendar. So that way, basically route density can suggest to you based upon your days and the location of the job on which days you should go ahead and schedule those jobs. Not currently in there, something that we'll be adding in the future though. Since we're on the topic of routes, let's go ahead and jump into our next tweak, and that is a route optimization tweak. So if you come to the calendar screen, every single day here that you have jobs, you can do route optimization. So we'll go ahead and jump into route optimization so I can show you guys exactly what we did. So route optimization is obviously to get the best route for your company, and so that way you're not wasting a lot of window time. We've now given you the ability to sort route optimization by specific employees as well as crews. So now if you want to see a specific employee's day, you now can route optimize based upon one employee, or if you want to click into a specific crew, you can also route optimize based upon where that crew is going for that day as well. So another additional feature that we added to route optimization to just make it a little bit better. Another thing that we're going to be adding as well is the ability to edit the current location because currently that's not editable, but that'll probably be in the next update. So stay tuned for that. Next, let's get into a couple of other just visual tweaks that we made. If you guys jump into estimates here, we can click create estimate. We'll create a standard estimate. We just tweaked the way some of these cards look. One of the biggest things that we like to focus on within QuoteIQ is making sure that everything looks up to date and looks the best that it can. So if you guys have any recommendations for us on what could look better within the app or things that we could do better, please let me know. As you guys saw on this screen, both of these, all these cards have been updated just with our new look. This screen has also been updated as well. So depending upon what unit pricing you select, this will look a little bit different, but you have your square footage pricing for this, multiply times your area. You can plug in your area 2000. It's then going to do the math for you, or you can use our Map Measure Pro by selecting this map icon. Any measurement that's placed in, it'll automatically do the math. You can obviously also do a flat rate, and that'll override that multiplication total. But the biggest thing is we just edited these cards to look a little bit better and just to be a little bit more efficient in regards to space. If you guys didn't know, you can also add images to line items. Currently, you can only add one image. For the next update, I'm going to make it to where you can have multiple images on line items. So also be on the lookout for that as well. And you can utilize that feature by clicking on this little photo icon right here. So just another tweak that we made. Some of these tweaks are small, but one thing that we really like is our suggested feature. Anybody suggesting features to us, we always try to take these in mind, keep these in consideration. And then anytime somebody makes a good suggestion, we just like to go ahead and add it into the app. So some of these things are going to be smaller, but our biggest thing is we just like to hear our users out. We like to hear where you guys are struggling at, where we can make things easier for you. And then we implement it, just like the little things like, you know, adding comments to these estimate cards. Something that's easy for us to do, and it also makes your life easier. The next one I want to show you guys is our mass invoicing. So if you click up here in the right-hand corner, you're going to be able to mass invoice. It's going to show you all the jobs that you have available. You can then select these jobs. You'll click create invoice. Unfortunately, this is a $0 job. It's not going to let me invoice this, but you would click create invoices from here. It would then create invoices and you would be able to send those directly to the customer. So another feature that's been asked a lot about, mass invoicing. Now I will say this, one thing I'm looking to add in is the ability to mass invoice from this screen. So I would like it to where if you can click on a calendar event for this day, if you got 3 jobs, you click mass invoice, it's going to create an invoice for every single job on that day. And then it can just go ahead and send that off to the customer, and just an easier way to be efficient with your time and get things done pretty quickly. So mass invoice, something that I'm looking to bring into the calendar. Hopefully that'll be in very soon as well. Let's get into the next thing, and this is a big one. This is going to be our sales team tracking. So if we come into our employee hub here, you guys can see employee hub. Obviously, we've got our employees, our live crew tracker, our communication with our employees, but we also now have sales tracker. So you're going to be able to see how many estimates were created by your sales team, how many invoices were created by your sales team, the conversion percentage on those, as well as the revenue that those people generated. And if we click directly into this, you guys can see Rick Harrison is one of our employees. He's created 13 estimates for a value of $6,942. No invoices. We haven't received any revenue off of this, but the big thing is that we have eyes on it. Another thing is you have the ability to set a commission percentage on every single user within here. So if Rick does start to turn revenue, it's then going to show us how much he's earned for the company, how much we've paid him, and how much we have due to pay him. So basically, you guys can keep track of all of your employees, what their sales are, and how much money they're bringing in for the company. And we've also added in an icon to all of the estimates and invoices based upon who created them. So if you guys look here in the top left-hand corner, you'll see TA. This is test account. But basically, any of your employees that create estimates or invoices within the app, it will be tagged with their initials at the top. So that way you'll be able to see who's coming in, who's bringing in the most money in terms of creating estimates and turning those estimates into invoices and ultimately closing those jobs up. Just another way that we've given you more ways to kind of keep track of your team in one place, which is our employee hub. So you got messaging in here. We've got employees within here. We have our live tracker. We've also made some improvements to our time tracker as well. We've edited this screen. You can now clock in from here. You have actions you can take, clock in. You can add a manual entry. You can also export this CSV. You can see your personal time. You can see employees' time, and then you can also manage your employees from here as well. So we've edited time tracking. We've made it better. And if you guys have any other suggestions for us on how we can make this feature or any other feature better, please let us know down in the comment section below or shoot us an email. The next things I want to get into are some screen enhancements that we've done. First and foremost, we enhanced our form screen. So for anybody who uses documentation within the app, you'll know that we have inspection forms, job forms, before and after picture archives. And now all of these are much more visible and just better looking within these screens. If you guys remember, they were just boxes before, just icons at the top of the screen. Now you have a lot more visibility on just everything that you create in here. And you can actually take actions on these. You can share, duplicate, export, you can edit, and you can also view each one of these. So this is just one of the screen enhancements that we did. Another screen enhancement that we did is our InstaQuote screen. I'm really proud of this screen, to be honest with you guys. InstaQuote is an awesome feature that allows your customers to schedule themselves on your calendar based upon the services that you offer. So customers are basically upsold here on every single service it is that you offer, and then they're given a questionnaire to fill out based upon the services that they selected, and the answers to those questions then help to generate an estimate. And so, of course, we get their contact information. We allow them to attach notes to it. But basically, we didn't have a screen to facilitate any analytics or anything around InstaQuote. So that's basically what this is. First and foremost, we have our analytics here. We can see how many form views we have. We can see how many quotes were sent from this. We can see the average value of those quotes. We can also see what percentage of the quotes that were sent out actually converted into a paying customer. From here, you can edit the Insta schedule, which we took a look at earlier, which is where basically when a customer accepts their estimate, they can then request to be put on the schedule. You also have links now. So before, obviously, we had our direct link that we could copy and paste, which is the one that we were just looking at here. We have a website embed if you want to just embed InstaQuote directly into your website. But we also now have a way to download a QR code of your InstaQuote. So that way you can use it on all of your marketing. If you want to put it on your uniforms, your truck wraps, if you want to put it on postcards, door hangers, yard signs, whatever the case may be, you now can create a QR code that's going to be a direct driver to that InstaQuote, as we were looking at before. We also went ahead and separated out all of your InstaQuote estimates that were created into recent submissions. If you guys noticed before, you can basically see what type of estimate was created based upon what's at the top here. So this is a standard estimate, this is a quick estimate, and then of course we have InstaQuote here. Now there was no way to segment these before, but now you have the ability to just view your InstaQuote quotes here. InstaQuotes, obviously, since they weren't created by you, they need a little bit more attention. You need to be looking at these, seeing who's filling out InstaQuote and calling the people that do fill it out and don't convert. So this is just an easier way for you to keep up with that. We also have an acceptance right here, so you can see out of everyone created how many of those were accepted. We have our top services here that people are filling out InstaQuotes for, so you have eyes on that as well. And you can also pull in templates now. So obviously we know that the creation of InstaQuote can be a bit daunting. We now give you the ability to pull in templated services and questions that you can then edit afterwards when you're using this InstaQuote feature. So super excited and proud of this screen because it really was doing InstaQuote an injustice before, but now it's got a designated screen, and it's going to be really powerful for our users of InstaQuote. The next screen I want to take a look at is our invoice screen. If you guys have looked at our invoice screen before, you would know that it's very similar to our estimate screen, where it's basically in this card format here. However, we've recently switched that formatting, and now we're going with more of a card style because it's going to allow you to see a lot more information easily. So now we have a card style format where you can see all of your invoices here. You can actually take actions on these. You can edit, you can duplicate, you can view the PDF, you can send a reminder to the customer letting them know that their invoice needs to be paid. You can mark it as paid. You can send this via a couple different options. And actually, if you click into it here, you get a preview of what this looks like. So just another screen where we wanted to kind of refine it, make it look a little bit better. Just giving you more visibility on things. Obviously up here you can sort this, so you can sort it based on pending, subscriptions, and paid, and it's going to tell you how much money is in each one of these pipelines. So like I said, a better way to sort it, a better way to see it. This is our new invoice screen. The next one is our new expense screen. Very similar. We went ahead and basically have taken this table format and put it within all of our website pages. So previously I showed you guys the contact screen where, you can see just a lot more information. You see the customer's name, the type of customer, the phone, the email, the address. You can take actions based upon it. So pretty much a lot of our screens are moving in that direction to kind of give you guys the best way to be able to search them and interact with them. So from here, you can view, edit, delete, and you can just do a bunch of things. If one of these is linked to a schedule event, you can click in and see what it's linked to, but just basically giving you guys better visibility on your expenses as well. With that being said, that's pretty much all the tweaks that we made for this update. A lot of visual tweaks, a lot of new app updates. We're basically at the bleeding edge of AI, so we're bringing you guys all the best tools for that. If you guys do have other suggestions for us, please leave them in the comment section, send us an email, put it in the suggested feature. We're so open to all the suggestions. We want to make this the best app that it can possibly be. We appreciate all you guys for using it, who use it currently. If you want to try it out for free, first link in the comment section description. If you want to schedule a Zoom call with us, or if you just need help, schedule a Zoom call with us and we can help you get your account set up, help you through any of these new features that you need help with. So anyway, we're always here for you. Really appreciate you watching. My name is Justin, Self-Employed. Until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.